Today in this video, I'm going to be showing you guys how to use insulating foam, also known as expanding foam. And this is from a company called Great Stuff. And this is for filling gaps and cracks up to 1 inch in thickness. They have different variety. They have some that can go up to 3 inches. They have some that are used specifically only for outdoor use. This one's for general use, and this one's for 1 inch in thickness. So this type of insulation can be trimmed. It could also be sanded and painted over. And you can use it pretty much indoors, outdoors, air sealing, and pretty much in wiring, penetrations, and plumbing. So insulating foam is also water resistant. And after 8 minutes, it's tack free. And that essentially just means that it loses its stickiness after 8 minutes. After 8 hours, it's going to be cured. So right after you apply the expanding foam, after 8 hours, you're going to be fully dry. And at that point is when you can sand it, cut it, trim it if you need to, and paint over it. Alrighty, so now we are going to go ahead and begin to apply the insulating foam. And we're going to go ahead and apply it inside the attic here. We have a duct from the laundry coming out. And there's a gap leaving the sunlight coming in. So we're going to essentially just use this inside the attic. So the first instruction is going to be to remove the film. So once we remove the film, this nozzle on top, in order to install it, you have to twist it. So you're going to go ahead and put it on top, and you're going to go righty-tighty. So you're going to twist it like this. Twist it, and now you can see it's getting tight. So now this is ready to apply the laundry exhaust. We're going to go ahead and just seal around it. So once you get in position, it does say on the bottle that you have to vigorously shake it for 60 seconds. Does seem like a long time, but that's just what the packaging says. So we're going to go ahead and shake it vigorously for 60 seconds. So once you go ahead and vigorously shake it, you're going to go ahead and apply it. Just like that, and then you're gonna go ahead and apply it on the other side. So here is the expanding foam applied to the exhaust. Now the excess, once it dries, we'll take a blade, just cut off the excess, and we'll go ahead and show you guys once that happens about 8 hours from now. And here you go. This is the final result. Once the expanding foam has dried, you can see it's completely hard right now. So what you would do here is just shave off the excess with either some type of blade, even a knife of some sort. Now, this is in the attic, so I'm not really concerned of how it looks. I really am just concerned about the functionality. So I'm not really too concerned about having to shave off. However, if this is something inside and you don't want the expanding foam to look like this, then all you would do is just cut off the excess. So let me go ahead and show you guys how that looks. So all you would do to cut it, like I said, is you can just take this knife and go right through it, and you can see it comes right off. So cutting off the expanding foam is pretty simple. Doesn't really take much sharpness, and you can see the knife goes right through. So this is pretty self-explanatory. Just cut off the excess. So here's a look into a house of all the different applications you might see this type of foam used. You can see it's used here under the kitchen sink for the piping, so it can use to seal up the crevice. It also could be used outdoors. You can see here that it's used to seal between the wall and the ceiling. And then also you can see when I walk around this corner that it's used for the stucco in this wall to seal that crevice. And then as well, right here, if you go to the right, you're going to see that they used it between this wall and drywall, the wooden drywall here as well. It's also used commonly in HVAC ducts, the condensate drain line that comes out that wall. You can see that it also has expanding foam. This one's really old, so you can see that it's deteriorating based on the color and based on the flakiness of the paint. However, this is still functional. It's still performing well. And then as well, you could also see that it's used in electrical components. You can see here that the service mask has some insulating foam as well, right there where that pretty much the vinyls meeting with under the soffit right there. So there's a lot of different applications you can use this. Now, a couple things I do want to let you guys know. It says here that you do not want to use this to fill closed cavities or voids. You also don't want to use this in very extreme cold temperatures as well. And also make sure you're using the proper PPE, because it does say that it could cause damage if it does get in contact with the eyes. I didn't do it in this video because it was just a simple application. However, if you're going to use this on a large scale, you probably want to wear PPE. And then also it says here, fill gaps 50%, because obviously once the foam expands, it's going to increase in size. So if you are filling between, let's say, like a wall and a drywall little area, then you want to fill the gap about 50%, okay? I hope you guys enjoyed this video on how to use and where to use expanding foam. Now, this is a great do-it-your-own tool for, increasing the home energy in your home, stopping pests from coming in between premises. It's great for water leakages as well, moisture control. So there's a lot of usages to this. You can use it in different applications. Just follow the instructions in the video and you're good to go.